Hi. Okay, so I'm here to do an energy report. And mostly what I want to report is this energy is effing nuts, both in a good way and in a bad way, and in everything in between way right now. It's Tuesday, April 19th, and this is going to be a short energy report about what I've been experiencing over the last 4 days, and also a short tarot read. I do apologize for my complete and total ignorance on YouTube. I just figured out about a week ago, or on my last video, that the reason why you guys are getting kicked out is because you cannot go live on YouTube until you have 1,000 subscriptions to your channel. And my understanding was that it was 200 subscriptions, not 1,000. So I re-Googled that and found out it was 1,000. And I'm like, wow, my technology, my lack of technology blows my mind past what I even thought I was capable of. So I apologize to all these people. If you guys will just share, like, and subscribe, that'll be awesome, because I'm only like 700 viewers away from being able to actually go live without you guys being removed. So instead of giving you a notification or something, what happens is it just changes your video from public over to private. It doesn't tell you what's going on. The only reason I know is because I re-looked it up again. So there you are. I'm a genius, and I've admitted it to everyone. So I'm going to continue to put these out in this format so that I don't have to download or upload or have a tech genius in my life. But I have ordered him, and he will be on his way shortly. So the energy update, as you guys know, I'm Tina, and this once again is the news that didn't make the news. I'm going to share with you what I started to experience on Saturday night. It started later in the afternoon. So it was like this trickle of amazing love energy was filtering into the planet, into my apartment, into my auric field. And how this started for me was like almost like when you know someone's thinking about you, or maybe when you know someone's feeling you, their energy will kind of be next to you or kind of show up in your house, if that makes sense. I think it does. I think you guys are all in the same place of crazy that I am. So it started out as kind of a trickle of energy of love, and then joy, and then it kind of started just getting heavy is not the word. It started becoming more and more and more intense, almost in like this way where it was an energetic dance or an energetic like arpeggio, like this chasing, this fantasy, this love, ecstasy, fantasy, creation energy. And it just kept going and going and going. About probably 3 hours into it, my whole apartment, but more specifically, my auric field was radiating this love, this creation, this fantasy, this all of these energies just like kind of chasing each other almost is the best way that I can describe it. So what ended up feeling like in the end, if you're sensitive to energy, like I know most of you are, when you feel a presence of another person within your auric field, you know that there's somebody else there or some other energy there, no matter who that is to you. So this got so intense for me that my auric field was no longer my own auric field. There were two people in it. Energy on top of energy. The overwhelming literal sense that there was no longer just me in my field. There was me in this other person. That was Saturday night. It was expansive. It was dreamy, it was intense, it was fantastical. I could use a million adjectives to describe it, right? Sunday, we fast forward to Easter. It was a very calm, very peaceful, very loving day. I had a couple of family members over, my mom, dad, my sister, and my dad's partner. And I had amazing food and amazing conversation and beautiful, beautiful energy. Even though I was experiencing that in 3D, other situation started bleeding through for a big part of the collective that has signed up for this particular electromagnetic reset contract, which, as you know, is also the love contract. So we go from Saturday's bliss, fantasy, ecstasy, radiant love, and then we flip over to Sunday, and this starts bleeding through while I'm having company, even though, like I said, my Easter was very peaceful, very calm, beautiful in every way. I started to feel on Sunday the same collective energy that I tapped into on Saturday that was an ecstasy and joy and this radiant love. On Sunday, dropped into, oh my God, where am I? What happened to where I was yesterday? What happened to what I was feeling yesterday? How am I in this same 3D situation that is so different from what I felt every aspect of the energy was yesterday? Now, one of the interesting things about this energy forecast, as long as I've been doing energy forecasts, we will have some sort of energy that comes into this planet. And it'll sit here with us for a couple days. We'll acclimate, we'll purge, we'll do all this stuff, the same stuff we always do, right? But a big energy will come in. It was coming in once a month or every 2 months or every 3 months. It was super transformative. So it would come in, we would acclimate to it, and then it would move out, and we would wait a month, maybe 2 months, sometimes 3, depending on how big that energetic shift was, before we had another energetic shift. So the biggest reason I'm talking about this right now is I have never felt energy of this intensity coming in day after day and being such a stark contrast to the day before. So Saturday, love, bliss, ecstasy. Sunday, everybody was sitting around, with their family or having the day off or whatever they were. Most people were off that day. And there's this really big energy of, why am I here in this 3D situation here? How could I have done this to myself? Why am I not in the situation that I feel that I know I want, that I'm capable of, that I experienced last night? Sunday is a very, very, very drastic dip. And then Monday, when I didn't think it could dip any more drastically, what happened Monday? And again, I was alone through all of this, not really speaking to anyone, not experiencing this firsthand, just feeling how I am feeling the collective energy that signed up for the electromagnetic reset. And this is the 4 days of energy and how it affected specifically those people. So Monday, we move into depression, remorse, regret, sadness, withdrawal. I'm mad at myself. Where Sunday was more like I'm mad at the external because I'm not experiencing the bliss of what I experienced Saturday night. Monday turns into remorse and regret, sadness, being withdrawn. How could I have done this to myself? How could I put myself in this position? Or why didn't I? How couldn't I have alleviated myself from this situation? And then Tuesday, this morning rolls around, and that energy, all of those energies are completely gone as soon as you move through them. If you didn't experience this Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, you may feel it next week or whatever, but there's not that much of a gap energetically between the waves anymore. So it's exponentially sped up the way we are processing, feeling energy, and the way it's trickling down to the wave below us. So Tuesday, this morning comes, and all of those energies have dissipated. Now, what I got this morning was impulsivity, longing, and exploratory energy. Now, I don't really want to go into that very much because I would like this channel to remain up. I'll ask you to be creative and use your imagination. Again, today was all about impulsivity, longing, exploring where I want to go, exploring my feelings, what I want to do. I'll let you use your imagination on that part. So what a wild ride to experience that kind of energy. Again, I'll go back to the fact of, in the last 4 years since I've kind of been doing these energy reports, it's a really big energy. We transmit it, we move through it, we wait a month or another couple months for more energy. This is exponentially sped up more than anything that I could have ever imagined. So here's what I've noticed by just a few people around me that I've had conversations with, and not so much directly with them, but in listening to the narrative of their story or of how they're dealing with people and how they're getting along with people. Saturday night, energy of joy and ecstasy and all that made everyone go down kind of through their energy channels and within their auric field and say, ooh, what is actually not in alignment with joy, with ecstasy, with fantasy, with creation, with all that. Sunday, same thing. We go down, where am I? What happened? Where's the energy of yesterday that felt so blissed out? Why do I feel so shitty now? It's all about an energetic alignment. And what I noticed in talking to other people and those other people that were a part of their life is people are really going through this on an extreme level. I mean, going back through in the cellular memory way, everything that they've experienced, talking about, oh, this happened to me when I was 17, or kind of shifting and comparing the emotions of Saturday through Tuesday with what they've experienced in their life. The energy is all about just course correction. And I've talked about course correction before. Course correction is anything in your course that needs to be corrected. So that's kind of a no-brainer. So, be really kind to yourself. Don't dip too far into feeling this energy and thinking that you need to go back with a fine comb over your life and reiterate to yourself in your headspace every mistake that I've ever made or everything single thing that's not in alignment, because the energy is there just to remind us where we want to be looking in the future, what we are in alignment, not so we can get in the space of beating ourselves up over every single mistake. And it looks like that's happening a lot. That is a pattern. I'll ask you guys to remember, it's so super important. It's not the karma that we're transmuting right now on the first wave of ascension. It's the karmic pattern. And remind yourself of that, because it's really heavy if you keep telling yourself, oh, I'm going to have to transmute this karma with this person. I have to still work in this karma with this person. You don't. It's just the karmic pattern that's left. And if you dissolve that karmic pattern and let whatever is not in alignment with where you're going and what you truly want, let it go. Let go of telling yourself, oh, I have to finish this karmic situation. The only thing you have to finish, get straight with yourself, is that it's a karmic pattern that you're trying to get rid of, not the karma. And if you know that, it's really easy to get out of karmic situations super fast, whatever those karmic situations may be. The other thing energetically that I'm noticing is I've had not a whole lot, but a couple of friends that are on the second wave of ascension in the last 6 to 7 years. And in talking to those people about anything that I was experiencing energetically in the now moment, I couldn't have that conversation with them. I could a little bit, I could kind of skim the surface, but I couldn't get to the energetic depths or emotional depths of where I was because it wasn't something they could cognate. It was not something that they could understand. So they would either zone out or change the subject or deal with whatever avoidance tactic was comfortable to them. Now, the only reason that I'm mentioning this to you now is I have a couple of friends that are on the second wave now. And I was talking to Chris about what I had experienced, the transmutation of grief and loss and sorrow and regret that happened to me pretty much the whole month of February. And I don't mean I was down and out and depressed, whatever. I mean, I was transmuting, releasing karmic patterns, all of that, specifically around grief. The whole month of February and half of the month of March. I've never cried so much in my entire life. Now, the reason I'm telling you that is because he is now at that space. So in the last several years, the gap between the second wave of ascension and the first was a couple of years behind in cognition or recognition or transmutation of what they're going through. And having those relationships now with people that are on the second wave is somewhere between 6 months and 4 months behind the first wave now. So we literally went from having a year of gap or years of gap between the first and second wave. Now we're talking 6 weeks to 3 months. And, this is approximate. It's not the be all end all when I say anything to you. So that's really, really huge that we have closed or bridged the gap between the first and second wave down to a matter of weeks now. That is the culmination point. I wanted you guys to know that. And the biggest reason is, and I've talked about this in many videos, I don't like to go back on stuff because then I can get really long. But the first wave of ascension mostly deals with their higher self, their whole multidimensional self, which includes the higher self, guides, interdimensional beings, etc., ascended masters, that kind of stuff, and the second wave. So the first wave is in between dealing with like the cosmic energies and cosmic beings and communicating with the second wave. The second wave communicates with the third wave, I always go backwards on that. The second wave communicates most strongly with the first wave of ascension, but they're also the go-between or the liaison between the first wave and the second wave. So since we've had this exponential speed up energetically between the first wave of ascension and the second, that means that within the next couple weeks to next couple months, we're going to see a big closing of the gap also between the third wave of ascension and so on. And, it just keeps going on. If we all woke up on this planet and studied the control and all those things, if everyone woke up at the same time, this is such an important thing to know. Everyone went down the rabbit hole of, oh my God, this place is fucked. We would have tanked the planet's entire vibration and sent a wave out into the universe and the omniverse of doom and gloom. That is why essentially the easiest way to explain it is that we learn things in waves, and it's kind of like trickle down economics, but it's trickle down energetics instead. The first wave trickles down the energies to the second wave. We assist them, they assist, and just keeps going down. It's really speeding up. We're really losing the gap in there. It's an important thing to know. So that means everything that's going on across the board, from disclosure to contracts to all of it, is all being amped up. The gap is closing on all of those things. So I wanted you guys to know that. Super, super important. And then I don't want to have this be a long video. I've already been running my mouth for 19 minutes here, so I'm going to get ready to wrap this up. I am going to do a short card reading, and I am constantly forgetting to tell you guys this. And I do want to tell you, I do personal readings. If that's something you're interested in, reach out to me. My specialty is looking to see what you are energetically involved in, what specific energy frequency you may be working in right now on planet Earth. and how that pertains to the current energy and what the earth is transmuting, and also specifically what your higher self wants you to know about your life in general, what the basis or root of that entire situation is, what is crossing that experience, what is the highest outcome, and what's to come for you, and what is in your passing energy. That's how I do it. Most people choose for me to go to higher self and do a 100% intuitive reading, but you can also ask several questions. Ask a question. You can order specifically twin flame soulmate relationship reading if that's what you want, mission reading. I'm very flexible and very with the flow. So whatever kind of reading you want, that's what you can get. If you're interested, you can go to my Facebook page. There is something about it there, or I'd be happy to send you the information. You can comment here, or you can direct message me through Messenger. So I'm just putting that out there because people keep reminding me, like, I never would have found you. I didn't realize you did personal readings because you never talk about it. And I'm like, yeah, that's because I'm kind of a dumbass and I don't do it. So anyway, I do personal readings. Reach out if that's something you're interested in. This interesting read that I pulled, the question I asked was, how is the energy that I felt Saturday through Tuesday affecting what's going on with us, the people who signed the electromagnetic reset contract? Now, it's very interesting that I only pulled 4 cards on this reading, and every single card is a man. The very first card, so this energy is mostly being transformative in the masculine energy. That being said, you know that means affects your divine masculine, the planetary divine masculine as a whole, and the divine masculine that resides within yourself. So this pertains to all of us in that way. The very first card out on the table is the strong energy of the entire read, and that is the Emperor. The Emperor is the divine masculine who says out loud, right, and to himself, I have a plan. I know what I'm doing. I'm going to be organized. I'm going to be concise. I'm going to be direct. I'm putting the plan in place. I'm going to take slow, methodical steps to make that plan happen. Now, I literally just laughed so hard when I pulled the next card. I'm like, okay, Emperor, show us what you got. The next card out was the Knight of Wands. And I love looking specifically at how cards are placed on the table. So the Knight of Wands is the Knight of impulsivity, the Knight of creativity, impulsivity. I had this great big passion for you, this thing that I want to change, this direction. I'm on my horse. I'm riding in here with fire in my pants as fast as I possibly can to give you what it is I need to say to you, my impulsivity, my desire, my creative energy, whatever. And he is directly looking at the Emperor going, nope, we're not doing it slowly. We're not doing it methodically. We're not going by your stupid little plan that's stuck in rigidity. We're going to do it the way I want. We're going to come in very impulsively and we're going to speak our truth and we're just going to do it. So I was like, okay, so where is this going? Next card out is the Magician. Now, the Magician is looking directly at me while all of these other cards are looking in a different direction. The Magician is looking at me. The Magician is the card on the deck that says, I have every tool to bring into manifestation everything I want, everything that I've ever wanted. But he's looking at me. So I'm going to say he's looking at us as a whole. And this contract, right? And saying, yes, you can work with the elements and be magical and manifest anything you want, but also know that the Magician is asking you to balance out the earthly energy with the cosmic energy. Because as a being standing on planet Earth, we are nothing but a vessel or a receptacle for cosmic energy. And whether we're doing it cognitively, whether we're doing it with intention, whether we're doing it with clarity, our body as a vessel standing on Earth reacting and interacting and interplaying with cosmic energy is always in creation mode. So the magician is saying, know that you're in creation mode. You're open to, and your body is literally moving around on the planet like a pawn on a chessboard, creating things with the energy coming in from the cosmos. So asking you to be aware of that. Also, the magician can be controlling and manipulative. So we really want to watch that we're balancing our cosmic energetic flow of what's coming into us, and we're using that to manifest in a way that is the highest frequency, and that is to use our earthly action and the cosmic energy power to create. So the magician is the liaison, is the middleman between cosmic energy and earthly action. And he's looking directly at the collective, saying, you want this, you're going to manifest it, do it slow, do it steady. So every card is in disagreement with how we're going to go about this contract, right? And it was a very loose question that I asked. So next card out is the Fool. Now, the funniest part about the Fool to me is the Emperor's looking straight ahead. The Knight of Wands is like, screw you, I'm going to do exactly what I want on my impulsivity and my passion. I'm not going by your plan. The Magician says, let's just manifest this, forget about what the two of you want in front of me. And then here comes the Fool. Now, you can't see this because it's not faced that direction, but the Fool is at the end of the lineup. So the Fool is facing the entire tarot spread, looking at how the Emperor wants to do it, how the Knight of Wands wants to do it, how the Magician wants to do it. But the Fool is saying, all you really need in life and all you really need to manifest is what makes you happy, what brings you joy, and what brings you elimination, because the Fool is the 0 card. It's a 0 point. Here's what I want. And all I have to do is simply step out of my comfort zone and go after it. I don't need to listen to everything that's here in front of me. The Fool says, I want to start over. And the best way to do that is just to come in, be open, be honest, state my truth, state my intention, state my affection. That's the way. So in regards to this entire situation, because it may play out energetically a little bit different from everyone, for everyone, I asked, what's the base energy? What is the argument between these 4 men really about? The argument is about having the strength to go after the passion, the direction in life, whatever it is that makes you, this collective, happy. It might be a different thing for different people regarding this. So the whole 4 men disagreeing about how they're going to come in and take charge. The reason they're doing that is because they're trying to get up the strength to follow the passion and release everything, because the next card out was the Moon. The Moon is things are hidden at dark. Not everything is revealed. There are things I've been holding in. There are things that I'm not telling you that I want to say to you. So the whole base frequency of this argument between these 4 men is, I want to have the strength to take myself into the direction to reveal to myself and to other people what it is exactly that I've been hiding, what I have not been saying, what I have not been releasing, what I've not been explaining when it comes to the 5 of Cups. So it's the strength to reveal everything that's hidden about the 5 of Cups. And the 5 of Cups is the energy that we had Monday. Exactly. It's remorse, it's regret, it's sorrow, it's really deep sadness about having this thing that made me happy, having this thing that felt like the most love I've ever had, the most love that I've ever given, the most love that I've ever received, and I didn't take it. I didn't take the offer, or I didn't make the offer, whatever your situation is. So there's a real need, a real sorrow, a real regret, and a real remorse here to say what they wanted to say, regardless of how it works out in the end. So the bottom line is kind of agreeing with the fool that nothing will ever work out for you. You will never know if you're going to get that job if you don't interview. You will never know if you're going to, get that whatever it is. You're never going to get anything you don't go after. You're never going to change your direction or step into what you really want or what you really came in here to experience if you're holding it all down in the energy of the moon, saying, I'm not going to reveal this. I don't want to reveal it because maybe it doesn't feel good to my ego to reveal it. Maybe it doesn't feel like a safe idea to expose what I really want out of life or expose my true feelings for someone. What if they don't feel the same way that I do? Right? We never ever experience anything in life if we just hold everything down in the energy of the moon, saying, there's this person, bottom line, there's this regretful situation, and everything wants to be revealed about this. So that is your mini little reading. So there you go. I felt the need, like I said, to pop on here. I've never felt such intense, extreme energy come back to back, day after day, for 5 days straight. And the entire time I've been writing, processing, making videos about energy. So if you're going through all that, know that you're not alone. You rest, drink water, just take it easy on yourself. And remember too that thoughts don't come from us, right? Thoughts are not part of our higher self. Thoughts are not anything that's coming from our heart. So when you start hearing thoughts of the collective or wanting to go down through your past history of everything you've ever done wrong, thoughts come from outside the body. We acknowledge, oh, that thought is there, I hear it. But we don't have to delve back into, a lot of times when we're transmuting something or releasing it, we feel a little bit of that, or maybe a more intense version of that when it comes out to be released. But you already felt that, so just know there's no reason to completely and totally experiencing it again. So what I'm saying is, if that comes up, yes, that's a thought, yes, it's experience I had, oh, I'm feeling it because now I'm releasing it, instead of attaching to it, going back through it energetically. That's really hard on your body to do that a second time. We always feel things as we're releasing things, so just know that it's okay to release it without full throttle feeling the entire thing all over again. So I just want to let you know a little bit of an energy update, because I've never experienced it be this strong, this intense, this back to back, and this extreme change of energy, like up, down, up, down, up, down. Oh my God, I'm happy I'm on top of the world. Oh my God, how could I still be in this place? Really, really wild, guys. So, yeah, take it easy on yourself. Definitely, definitely, definitely take it easy on yourselves. Stay in love, stay in peace. Don't attach to the feelings that are coming up for release, because we already experienced them. We don't need to experience it on that level again. All right, talk to you guys soon. Love you. Bye.